Takže zdárec lidi, moje jméno je Jinjinn a vítám vás po krátké pauzičce, asi tak 3denní, konečně zase u dalšího dílu Zaklínače. By the way, 3 Divoký hon, to už jsem sice neříkal, nicméně vy to všechno znáte už dávno, takže můžeme rovnou začít. Kde jsme minule skončili, hele? Minule jsme se setkali se Zoltanem a nějakým způsobem jsme zjistili, že by Ciri měla mít něco společného s Marigoldem, jelikož se spolu bavili, že jo, a byli to kamarádi a blablabla. Takže půjdeme zjistit od Marigoldových milenek, teda nějakým způsobem, co by o něm mohli vědět, co nám poví a podobně. Co je to tady za hlubince? Tak. Budeme na výzvědy pěkně. Ajajaj, tady to vypadá ofenzivně. Co to je za idioty?
What you hollering for, stupid wench? What you hoping for? A knight in shining armor?
Přesně tak.
Keep out of this, greyhead, not your concern.
A tak se mi zdá, že výpalníky nakopem do prdele. Tady to se mi nelíbí.
This spew has got someone else's protection now.
Really? Who's that be?
No, asi mou, ne?
Mine offered her a better rate.
All right. So, let's see if you're a good bargain or just cheap shit.
Haha, vám dám, vole, lacinej, vy. Tak si dáme hned ze startu fajtíček, to mi určitě nevadí, dobrý den. Hej, zasraný vymahače, ty vole. Tak, to ti patří, zmrde. Vyzkoušíme úlík. Hoši. Ty píčo, viděli jste to? To není možný, oba dva v pase. Výborně.
No need to thank me. It was nothing.
Sorry. Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful, but everything I had, I just lost.
Klídek.
Relax. It'll come out in the wash.
Of course it will. Just got to soak it in white vinegar, but that's not my point. You shan't forgive me. Either I'll close up shop myself or he'll burn me down.
Sorry. Didn't think about that.
A woman's lot. Men have their fun and we're stuck with a mess. Oh well, I suppose I must move to Oxenfurt. Professors need clean undergarments too.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well...
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here.
Co si
Know where
pamatuju.
he is.
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm. 'Twas the last straw. All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse, then this. Beat him black and blue and threw him out on his ear.
This woman he was with in the harbour. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Covere. Ha! Horvere, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
OK, děkujem.
Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
OK. Tak jo, takže Marigold je slizký had, ale mohl by se občas ostavit. Dneska, do prdele. Tak, tadyhle jsme sejmuli tady ty vyděrače. Nějakým způsobem jsme jí malinko asi zavařili. To ještě uvidíme, jestli se nám to náhodou nevrátí. Šašci doslova. Tyhle byly dobrý, jak vybouchly. Tak jo, jdeme se podívat dál za nějakou slečnou. Tady jsem chtěl něco vyhodit. Tohle, to je úplně na hovno. Tak. By the way, teďka jsem, ty 3 dny jsem opravdu vůbec nehrál ani za kamerou, ani nějak. Takže máme to přesně tak, jak jsme skončili. Co si pamatuju, jak máme tady tu kočičí zbroj, já se pak těším na medvědí samozřejmě, nicméně ta přijde až trošičku později. A to máme hned tady, takže to nebudu volat ani našeho skvělého koně. Tak, to bude někde tady. Dobrý den. Dražobu.
Welcome, welcome. Do come in.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Ty jsi úplně teplej, kámo, ještě k tomu elf. Ne. Ne, do prdele, ne. Ne.
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion... I mean... How did you two meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
A co pak?
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well.
Teplej,
Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button reaffixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square.
Tak to bylo ono.
As he perished, ooh, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
Dobře.
I know this is none of my business, but why do you...
Why do I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom.
Komtesa.
Have you never thought to become someone else? even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested.
Děkuju, jdeme pryč.
And nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Co to tam bylo? Tady je položenýho něco, nějaká maska, to se mi líbí. Hej, maskoň.
Greetings. Come to look over my spring collection, perhaps?
Herní kolekci, ty vole. Na karty nemám chuť, ty vole, kdo ví, co bych vyhrál.
Of course, please do. If anything chafes or pinches, I can alter it on the spot at no charge. Once I'm done, it'll feel like you're wearing nothing at all.
Ty vole, mají tady vlčí masku, pestrobarevnou masku, za kolik to máme? Za penízek. Ptačí masku. Já si je koupím, jsou dobrý. Se mi líbí. Tak a to je všechno. Dárec.
So long.
Tak teďka se ukáže, co to je za masky. Nebo jakým způsobem se nosej. Jestli to musím mít. Kde bych to měl jako... Jo, tady v kapse. Ukaž to. Ježiš, to je divný. Počkej, takhle. Smrtící zabiják. Krasavec. Vlček. No, to je taky jako lvíče, ty vole. Dáme si tady tu přihřátou masku. Krasavec, jdeme mluvit s ženskýma. Jako ženský nám třeba něco řeknou, že jo? Tak, jak je to daleko? Je to na pěšáka, nebo... Ježiš, to je až dál. On sice jako ten můj kůň je retardovaný, jakmile ve městě, jak dodržuje nějaký pravidla, jakoby rychlostní, nicméně aspoň kousek. Navíc takhle můžu sprintovat v podstatě jakoby pořád a je to samý. Pořád říkají, že na mě mají oko, nebo že nějakým způsobem mě sledujou. Přitom já tady nic nedělám, občas zabiju nějakýho zbojníka, že jo, a tady toho, jak byste se nedělali, že tady piju tady ty kefíry a tohle, tyjo, ono je to prej dobrý na žaludek. Jsem se dozvěděl. Tak, jste ječí ženská. To není tak hrozný, ne? Teď vypadám docela sexy. Drž hubu. Tak, po schodech pěkně. Hore? Ty vole, kde až to je, kurňa. Vývězka nová. Výtečně, to se podíváme. Takže. Švindlíř. Hledá se trys. Připomínka nějaká. Smrt. Pozor, důležité. OK. Do prdele, vojáci. Dobrý den, já jsem zlatá slečna. Ahoj.
This baronet's love Lettsvilla.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Ukažte mi komornou, kurňa.
Surely this is no chance encounter.
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa Lavalette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet, and know each other. Surprising.
We've met before.
And how? Imagine this, Louisa. The Emperor desired a chat with the Witcher. I, too, was fortunate enough to meet him then.
So Geralt of Rivia now works for Emperor Emir. Interesting. Has Var Emry sent you to rid Novigrad of monsters?
Looking for a girl named Molly. Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Vagabund, vole.
He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Na to nemám čas, vole.
Think I can find my own way to the Vagelbud home.
Very well. Perhaps I can convince you to join me later at the races. I shall keep an eye out for you.
Nějaký moc hodnej tady vedle ní. Se mu vůbec nelíbí. Takže, jo. Luisa Lavalette. Klepná to tady zase pase, ty vole, na královský zahrádce. Anže, já jdu pěšky, to nemá cenu používat koně tady vůbec. Takže. Jo, to je tady až takhle dole, jo, pěkně. To je hezky, že to není všechno na jedné rovině. To se mi líbí. A je, hospoda, tady čuchám problém. Kurňa, vždyť jsem to viděl. Proč jdu dozadu teda? To je něco... Bude něco tady v boku, že jo? Jasně. Dobrý, no, takže já jsem šel úplně jinam. Tady se ještě promluvíme v nějaký hospůdce, nebo co to je? Dobrý den.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside, class is in session.
Já chci být ve třídě.
Sorry, can't wait. Hear about Dandelion. I'm Geralt, and I'm...
Geralt? I know you. Fine. If you're eager to join in the lesson, you're welcome to. Children, sadly the Ratcatcher has a fever today, but in his stead, we're honored to welcome a Witcher, who will now tell us about his trade.
But...
Yeah! This is grand! You shan't disappoint them.
Ty malý zmrdečky, co bych jim říkal, ty vole. Žaludek, ty vole. No do prdele.
So, who would like to ask the first question? Me! What's it mean that witches are lecturers?
How old are you again?
9. 8.
In that case, wait a few years and I'll tell you.
Children, what's the meaning of this? Next question. Is it true witches kill kings?
Don't believe everything they say about witchers.
What about animals? They don't like you. My mum says animals don't like bad folk. Tomcat ever hiss at you? You stole many kids. Enough. That is all for today. Gather your things and I'll see you in the morning. Bid farewell to Master Geralt. It's great you came. I'd have rather had the Ratcatcher.
Ty zmrde, vole, mrňavej.
So please do tell me, why are you here?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh yes, longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems?
No, we perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
See Dandelion after the fungus incident?
No. I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life. But he never came back to see me. So I thought if it's done, it's done.
Okay. That it.
Thanks for your help.
Já mám čas. Já se lidi omlouvám, ale to je strašná maska. To vůbec nejde. To si radši dám tady kroáčník. Kroáčník, ten je lepší. Tak, a máme kroáčník, ten je dobrý. Cože, to byl deník polikače hadů? Jo, když tak, kdyby se ti zdálo, že to polikače ohňů, kdyby se ti zdálo, že tady kradu, tak já si tady jenom něco půjčuju občas. ženská. Sem tam si tady něco. Tak, co je tohle? Jo, to je škola, školka. Hele, balady a chvalospěvy, ty vole. K čemu to je zaklínačově? Nicméně, vemu si to. Takže zárec. No, teďka se podíváme sem. Se obávám, že bude někde nahoře zase, pro změnu. Honěte žebráci. Jak to vypadá, že tady taky asi nic nenajdeme. No, co pak to je? Co pak je to tady? Nic, jo? Aha. Co ti do toho, vole? No? Jsem nový učitel šermu, no tak tomu bych věřil.
Oh, mate, if you only knew what I want. Miss Rosa don't see just anybody.
I'm Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
Soon as Miss Rosa turns into a striker, I'm sure her papa will send for you. But she's not showing any symptoms yet, so I venture you're not needed. On your way now.
To se mi úplně nelíbí. Potřebuješ klíč, kurňa. Jo, najdi cestu do vily. Je to tak? Zkusíme to zadem. Tady tudy. Nevyskočím to? Ty vole, Geralt, takovej borec a nedá to, jo. A kurva, no, jenom že tady je to sama stráň pěkná. Tam bych se jako už nemusel vrátit, že? Nebo jsou tady schody? Jsou tady schody, super. Čili. Bohatý měšťan. Dražubu, zmrde. Dražubu. A co pak je to tady? Jo, to nic, tady nic není. Prvotřídní. Do prdele, málem to bylo. On to tudy možná nepůjde, ale zatím to vypadá jako, že se to dá že by se to dalo vyskákat, kurně. Ale to jako cesta normální bude asi trošku méně retardovaná, ale tahle taky funguje. Dobře. Dobrý den. Krováčník.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt of Rivia? The famed witcher of the ballads?
What are you doing here, vagrant? How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room. I shall join him shortly.
But my lady's a witcher. Said so himself back by the gates.
Captain, do you truly believe Rosa var Artra would train with random clods calling themselves sword masters? No. The var Artras demand the very best. Thus, we've hired a witcher. Take him to the training room. Now.
As you say, miss.
Sklaplo ti. Ve převáku. Nemáš masku, vole. Tak pojď.
Hope you realise what you've got yourself into.
Hope so too.
Miss Rosa's got a downright beastly temper. Shows no mercy once she grips a sword.
Ještě si tady trošku pokradu, jestli dovolíš.
Take care not to hurt the little miss, or you'll earn the ambassador's ire.
Ty vole, dřevěný meč, jo.
Follow me.
Tak jdem, no. Ji upálím, vole, když na to přijde. Jak zlítnul borec, tyjo.
You're my new instructor. Well, well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Ježiši. Ale tu masku si nechal. To je štýlec. Co je? Kousnu tě zobákem. Já počítám, že... Já počítám, že kouzlit tady nemůžu. Ty krávo. Tady jsi zavřela hubu. Dostaneš strašně porektíno. Tě. A máš to. Co se tě nelíbí?
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Am I imagining things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes, yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Já ti dám rematch, vole. Tohle tě naučí. Co třeba uhnout Geralta, ty vole? Já umlátím tě takhle, vole, holka, když na to přijde. Tak to jo, teda. Jsem dostal hitíček. Já ti dám rematch, vole. Ty vole, neprovokuj. Takže každou druhou ránu mi takhle odstrčí, to je baba. Ženská, vole, nemáš šanci, kurňa. Já tě mám přestaň se předvádět, dostáváš strašně, tyjo. A nezvládá. A je v piči. Co mi na to povíš, ha? To je škola kočky, holka. No, tak nevím, no, kdo tady dostává. Ty krávo. Tady máš.
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship.
To bude stejná, ne?
Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna Var-Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the Yaruga.
Hang on. So it was you in the garden?
Of course it was me. Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool?
Trošku.
Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
take it Dandelion did too.
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed my name. Conceited as he is, naturally he fell for it. I was left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step. You blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen, I just want to know one thing. Either of you seen Dandelion lately?
Edna might have. I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. With passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Zajímáte se o politiku. Nezajímá.
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course. But who knows? The bard might have invented her just to make us jealous. Pitiful chorister. I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face just talking about it. Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
Měl bych jít, sorry.
Pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
Máme svoji zbroj krásně zpátky. Kroáčníka nám do řeči už. Zkusíme vlčka. Nicméně, ono se to docela rychle omrzí, teda musím říct. Ale kroáčník v pohodě, ten je v klidu. Tak se ukáž. Vlček. No taková. Kdyby to měl přes celý ksicht jako masku, jo. Ale, nebo masku. Přes celý obličej. Ne jako masku, ale jako... Aha, loka je, jen to drhni hajzle, vole. Ale jako helmu jsem chtěl říct samozřejmě. Pusťte mě ven. Dobře. Takhle to úplně nemuselo být. Tak. Dobrá. Což vypadá, že asi půjdeme semka. Fajn. Takže. Jdeme se podívat za tou... Ale teďka nevím, jestli to byla baronka, nebo... Jo, s baronkou se máme setkat, jo. Tak byla to baronka. Setkáme se s baronkou. Když bude trošku štěstí, vyprášíme toho mamrda. To bych docela rád, protože to mě pěkně sere, že jo. Tak uvidíme. Tak. O co ti jako jde? O co ti kurva jde, vole? Partizáne, vole.
Looking for Roach.
No one here by that name. Anything else?
I see. And behind you, that's a berry picker's camp?
We're bird watchers.
To jo.
That sword's in case you run into a hornbill.
No. Hornbills aren't endemic to this area.
Hlavně, že nemá meč, ty vole. Má kuši do prdy. Jo, ale má meč.
That's Geralt, old friend of mine.
Jsi mě nepoznal přes tu masku. A zdar.
Geralt of Rivia, safe and sound.
Vernon Roach, Temeria's last hope.
Laugh all you want. Temeria will rise again.
To už jsem neviděl od druhého dílu. Tuhle taky.
Can and must, because those are your orders.
They'll die, please.
We're done. Dismissed.
Jo, dobře rozepnutá. Ty krávo.
What do you do here? Hunt Scoia'tael?
You jest, right? Who cares about the Scoia'tael anymore? Temeria. That's what matters.
How'd you wind up here?
Came with the army, of course. Its remnants. When Nilfgaard crossed the Yaruga, I dropped everything. Threw it all away to hell and rode for the front to fight the invader. Joined the Second Temerian Army under John Natalis. We were to stop the Black One's advance along the Dol Blathana Mount Carbon line.
Nestalo se. Zastavili, jo.
3 days. Then they smashed us into splinters. Soon after, I heard Radovid was assembling his forces near Novigrad. That he'd promised to fight for a free north. Broke through with the remains of Natalis' army, but Radovid proved no better than Emir. So I decided I would mount my own fight.
Jsme jima 5 lidma, vole. Nazdar.
So long.
No. Tak to jsme viděli starýho známýho. Nicméně, ku podivu, žádný úkol nic. Kde je můj kůň? Kde mám koně? Kde seš? A je klepná. Primavera, nebo co to bylo? Tak, jedem. Haló? Co třeba sprintovat? Hej, kurva. Takhle. Mě nechce sprintovat, ty vole? Ještě mi to skáče, že mačkám mockrát shift, tyjo. Z nějakého důvodu mi nechce sprintovat. Jsem přetížený, to by nemělo hrát roli. Nejsem ale. Ty vole. Co je? Já nechci slower, vole, já chci rychle. No, tak tady ten díl to bude paráda, tyjo, jestli tady budem takhle spíčovat, vole. To je krásný. Moment, to tady musím takhle v obě celý, tyjo. Ty vole zase. Ne, 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 děkuji.
Go.
Hop. Hop, dobrý den. Ty krávo, už mě to nebaví. No, z nějakého důvodu to mám vypnutý. Já se na to podívám za kamerou, ať tady nezdržuju teďka. Co by to mohlo býti? Nicméně, jestli by tady měly být závody, tak děkuju pěkně, to sprintovat potřebuju, tyjo. Tak, nazdar. Krásné počasí.
Yeah, managed to get here. Truth be told, hard to miss an estate this grand.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vol.
Grey's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the black stallion, Nemrod, purest Nilfgaardian stock.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
What would you say to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't make me beg, Witcher. Tell you what, win and I shall give you my finest saddle. Made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Závodíme si, nicméně mě nefunguje ten shift do prdele.
Wouldn't mind seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into riding skills.
Well said. So, which steed do you choose, Witcher?
Kaštana bleska. Dáme si kaštana.
Radovid's encamped nearby. Redanian chestnut might want to impress its king.
I'll not ride with you, but I shall bet on a steed. Nemrod will win, no matter the rider.
Cantarella for me, then. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Tak, a teďka teda vteřinku, až to začne, já se budu muset podívat na ten sprint, protože z nějakého fakt důvodu mi nefungoval. Ovládání. Tady přiřazení kláves. Levý shift, sprint, vole no. Přepínání sprintu. Mám něco na Cčku? Mám ponořit se Cčko vlastně. Tak do prdele na Tčku. Hele, Tčko vypadá prázdný. Tak si zkusím tadyhle zhodit Tčko. Tak. A jazyk mi vyhovuje. Jedem. Hele, už mi to sprintuje s tím shiftem. To byl nějaký asi bugging. Lehčí. Jo, ale tady musím zatáčet, já jsem zkusil nezatáčet a to není dobrý nápad. Pojedete prostě rovně. Jdeme si pro své sedlo. Výborný, to bude dobrý. Hou. Kdo mě dožene. A to je horší, že oni mě dohánějí, ty já začnu být za chviličku unavený. Čumte na to, jak jsou rychlí, ty vole. Pro žubu. Jeď. Já začínám být fakt unavený. Ty vole. Já ho nechci nechat vyhrát.
What a thrill! A beautiful victory.
For one for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Jaký moc hodnej, vole, zmrdeček na to, co povídal. To sedlo, prosím, nebo už ho mám? Aha, mám ho. 50 výdrž, 35, pěkně. Tak to je dobrý. Ještě bych potřeboval sedlový brašny nějaký nový. Což nemám. Nemá je brašny. Já jsem přetížený, no, ok. Sedlo je asi dost těžký. Tak, nasrat. Děkuji. A jdeme si promluvit tady se Zavalitou, nebo jak jí to nazvala, tyjo, Molly.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
Call me Geralt.
Geralt! That Geralt!
Jo.
The one Dandelions rescued time and time again.
No tak to ne tak úplně.
That's right. Except it's the other way around. I'm always saving him.
Mean to say it weren't Dandelions saved you in Flotsam by severing your noose with an arrow from 100 paces?
What? Dandelion couldn't. Never mind. Any idea where our master archer might be at the moment?
No. Sadly, I haven't got a clue. We've not seen each other in ages. The Baroness don't approve of our acquaintance. Says dandelions are good for nothing layabout. Can you imagine?
Dokážu.
But... or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister?
Sure he does. Saw him myself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages? Any chance they were trunks, travel cases? And this girl? Possibly a Truberitz?
Yes, yes. Now I remember. She's a travelling performer. Sailed in from Kavir. Talented family, innit?
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest Calinetta. Or some such. Oh, to have a brother like that.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Of course. He came to borrow some coin for a barge.
What? Why do you need a barge?
To take me on a romantic cruise of the canals by the light of the moon. Said there'd be strawberries and wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
Tak se měj.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait, before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
OK. Tak, to máme nějakou nenásilnou tady rozmluvu. Pěknou. Tak, tady se šlo z druhé strany, já se jenom v rychlosti podívám, jak jsme na tom... Máme nějakých 47 minut. Nicméně, já jsem vám přece slíbil, že to uděláme malinko delší, abyste měli takovou satisfakci, takže uděláme dneska hodinovku. Když už to teda 3 dny nevyšlo. Ježiš, jakoj vlčák, já to sundám už, ale ono už mě to malinko prudí. Už mě to malinko provokuje. Je to teda hezký, nicméně takhle jeho ksichtík je stejně nejlepší. Tak. Jdeme.
Gladly. It's a long way to Novigrad. Road ought to seem shorter with some company.
I'd say the same. Well then, let's go.
No. Až půjdeme někde kolem nějakého pěkného stromu, tak tě na něm oběsím, kamaráde, vole. To bude super. Aha, dobře, no, tak to jsem toho moc nenacestoval. Oni cestovali za mě.
And here we are. Thank you for your company.
Likewise. See ya.
Já úplně nechápu, že změnil takhle jako ten přístup, jestli to jako hraje, nebo do prdele co? Vidíte to, ty vole? S bohem. Jdi si vykuřovat, kámo, tady. Vykuřovat si za deště, to prostě chceš. Tomu to musí hodně hořet. No, každopádně, co máme tady? Poradit se Zoltanem máme momentálně. OK, to nebude problém. Se Zoltanem se poradím rád, to vždycky. Tak, let's go. Ty vole, ježiš, to je čupka. Čumte na ní, pane bože, fuj. Další, tyjo, tady za deště chudáci, ty vole holky. Tak. Tady. Jdeme k bráně. Jo, takhle. Mám přepínačku, jasně. Tak to stejně moc nepomáhá. Takže, pane Zoltane. Co je staré ptačisko? Taková sova. Co to je za sovinec?
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing Gwent with us in no time. But we're about to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been seeing someone else. Thing is, Mystery Woman wasn't on my list.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde, from Kovir. A Troberitz, apparently, named Kalinetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberitz, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picture Dandelion with a pair of tits, so you get the general idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. Laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works with a mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town, she performs nightly at the Kingfisher.
Ježiš, to je hrozný.
We've been sentenced to an evening of poetry.
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
A ty povídej, sovo. Mluv. Sovinec, tyhle. Tady kamaráda vždycky rád okradu, že jo? Pivo, necháme ho bejt. Tak. Za soumraku u ledňáčka. To je zase tady, ty vole. Koň! Kam jdeš? To je dobrý sedlíček. V pohodě sedlo. Já jsem teďka zády, že jo, no jasně. Tak. Jedem. Ještě ten tady hlásá, ty vole, ohňomrt, tyjo. Zase to se musí nechat, ty vole. Nemusí mít silnou víru, když na ně chčije, ty vole, on tam stojí a v klídku povídá, máchá si tam těma rukama prostě. Co teď ty špíno, jo? Co jsem udělal, kurva, ty vole, teď jsem jenom zvednul ruku lidi, kurňa. O co vám jde, ty jo? Za stolik jsem toho neudělal, co je tohle? Potřebuju klíč. Co když si ten klíč vyrobím, asi třeba jako takhle. Nic, jo. Dobře. Jestli jsou tady nějaký lovci čarodějnic, tak já jsem nečaroval. A co je tamhleto nahoře? Nějaký dělňas. Nějaký dělňas tam je nahoře. Tady je lidí. A všichni vypadáte stejně. Měšťané, jak se tady válí po zemi. Bazár! Pusta mě, sakra. Asi. Jo, aha. Kde je? Která z vás to je? Ničemu? Jo, za soumraku. Já jsem blbec. Takže to bude nějak takhle? Proč nelze provést? Tak vylezem ven, no. Si budeme meditovat tady na dešti třeba, když na to přijde, že jo, a na to můžu srát, jako třeba mě je to jedno. Pardon. Tohle jsem vás chtěl ušetřit, nicméně bohužel ještě mi není úplně dobře. Mluvit můžu, ale jsem malinko zahlaněný. Dost o tom. Takže. No, stačilo tam vejít, ale bych si to nestihnul prohlídnout, takže takhle nevadí.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
Svěřítě. Ty vole, to je šašek. Taky ukradnu a půjdu, ne? Co, hraje na střeva nebo na struny?
Long have yearned for your tender caress, to bind our fortunes. Damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess. A winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm, to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone.
Pustí to.
The cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet. To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning. Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet.
Jak se škrábe.
To dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Konec, kurva už. Ženská. Jo! Paráda. Jedna písnička a konec. Dobrý. Co je? A co ty, bábo?
Silence, woman. We've come to hear music.
A murderer? There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's ass.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen
Krávo,
to
vole.
music.
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
To jsi posrala, vole, nebudeš mít zákazníky.
Permits me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta, as lovely as she is talented. And this
is Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous in telling my story, down to personal and insignificant details. Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later.
Cože?
Come with me.
Aha, bych řekl, ty vole.
There a reason for all this sneaking around?
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded carriage laden with jewels, so I should think so. I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
Biggest prick in Novigrad. Not literally, but...
Got it. You're not a fan. But what did he do to you?
Try the whole town. He's one of 4 bosses who control the city's underworld. The others being Siggy Reuven, Carlo the Cleaver Varese, and the King of Beggars.
The rascal. At least they didn't cross the church as well. Bring that venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Wherever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax, I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse.
Whoreson.
Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
So am I.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Aby ses neposrala, ty vole, to víš, že jo. No, to bychom měli. Kudy odsaď z téhle prdele, vole. Tady jsou dveře. Skurvysyn junior. To je krásný jméno. To bude ukončený, ne? No jasně. Rád bych se jmenoval Skurvysyn junior. Vypadněte, vole, kokoti. Tak tu jsem nevyšel, ale to vůbec nevadí. Tak nová vývězka tady. Knihy, bla, to si projdu za kamerou, aby jsme pak přesně věděli, co budeme dělat. Takže máme nějakých už natáčíme hodinu a 5 minut cca, takže nějakým způsobem lidi já to tady utnu. Příště se podíváme na Kokota juniora. Nebo Skurvysyna juniora. V tomhle dílu jsme se krásně podívali, co se týče příběhu ohledně Marigolda a tak blabla kolem. A vůbec jako celý díl jsme se motali, že jo, ve městě. Já si myslím, že ten příští díl asi nebude moc jiný. Že teďka prostě se budeme celkem dostat v tom hlavním městě prostě potloukat, no. Což vůbec nevadí, hele. To město je v pohodě, aspoň trošku změna, že jo, tak furt nebudeme někde v horách a v kalužích a v blátě se tam srát. Každopádně, hele lidi, jestli se vám tady to video líbilo, určitě můžete nechat nějaký like video nasdílet nebo kanál nasdílet. Strašně moc mi to pomáhá a každému novému odběrateli moc děkuju a zároveň vás vítám. Je to super, jako když to sleduju, tak je nás pořád víc a víc a je to paráda úplně. To je asi všechno, co jsem chtěl říct momentálně. Tady zlomená bába, nechceš k tomu něco říct ještě ty? Co? Dobře, tak jsme vyděsili bábu. Super. OK, já se na vás budu těšit příště a zatím se mějte moc krásně a čau.